Hello mga Tangay, welcome back to our channel. But if you're new here, I'm Janice and welcome to Balai, Biyaya. In this video, I'll be sharing with you a hopefully quick update on our living room, our simple living room. As you may all know, we are building, or tapos na namin pala. Hindi na ako mag-vlog. Tapos na namin i-build ang aming tahanan, ang Balay Biyaya. And now we're just putting it all together. And this, after our kitchen update, eto naman, sa living area naman tayo. Now, the living area is not done yet. Ginawa lang namin siya na medyo pwede nang maupuan, that we can now sit here because, fun fact, when we first moved into the house, we only utilized the kitchen and our bedroom, the master bedroom, because this was empty. This living room was empty. We didn't have anything here. Even the dining was empty. So we would often eat in our room on the floor. We didn't have anything. Pero ngayon, unti-unti, napag-iipunan na namin yung ibang mga gamit. And then, just like what I said earlier, the house is a mix of old and new. So we incorporated most of our goods from Dubai, in our house in Dubai, and inuwi namin siya. And then, bumili rin kami ng ibang bagong gamit. So, for those who are interested, later we'll be discussing, I'll be answering 2 questions, about sending your household goods to the Philippines from abroad. The things that you need to be wary of, the things that you need to remember, and the things that you need to consider in sending your stuff home. So, without further ado, this is our living room update. Halika, pasok tayo. So, this is the entry porch. We opted for big windows because we want plenty of sunlight to come into the house. So, this is the entry porch. This is the main door. Imagine niyo na lang. This is the entry door. Entry door! Main door. Okay. Hindi ako makapag-isip ngayon eh. And then when you enter the house, there's the stairwell. The staircase is here. And then it leads to the second floor. There is a small powder room on this side. And then this is the living area. Family, hulas na hulas ako kasi nakikita niyo ba yan? Yung gift niya sa akin ng birthday ko. Thank you, Lord! Galing yan sa kwarto sa taas. Sa taas. Tapos binaba namin, dalawa kami habit. Pababa ng hagdan na baliko-baliko. Sugatang pa si Abet. Kasi hindi ko mabigat siya. Gabi ang pawis namin. Thank you, Lord. Walang nahulog sa hagdan. Living room. It's still a work in progress. We actually ordered some items on Shopee. Hindi pa dumarating. So pag dumating na, I'll be putting the living room together because we still lack a lot of stuff. And pinag-iipunan pa namin yung ibang bagay kasi hindi naman kami mayaman para makabili ng gamit ng parang ganun-ganun na lang, So, unti-unti po, bubuuhin namin yung balay. Even yung ibang rooms nga, wala pa talagang gamit. So, unti-unti lang namin siyang binubuo. Kaya hindi namin mapakita lahat Anyway, don't be pressured if you're building your own home too. Don't be pressured by all the house tours that you're seeing on YouTube, no? Na talaga namang kumpleto agad yung gamit nila. Dalawa lang kami. There's only two of us here at Balai Biyaya, and my husband and myself. So we're basically just utilizing our bedroom and the common living area. So it's okay. Huwag kayo ma-pressure. It's okay. One day at a time. Okay po? So, just like what I said earlier, I'll be answering questions from our Tangays. Now, one of them is from Christina. She said, "Hi sis, watching from Dubai. Hello!" Yan. So, yung heart ko po malapit talaga sa mga nasa UAE kasi yan ay aming second home, no? So, she said, "Paano mo pinadala sa Pinas ang mga gamit mo? Planning to send furniture from here kasi like you did." Ang question niya is kung paano ko daw pinadala, no? So, I'll be answering that later on. But, siguro, I'll look at the bigger picture. If you're an OFW and if you're going home for good, will you consider sending your household goods to the Philippines? Why or why not? Tingnan natin yung pros and cons. Sorry po, medyo nahihirapan ako mag-vlog kasi ang tagal ko nang hindi nakapag-vlog, no? Parang tas may gumagawa ng from PLDT dito sa labas, no? Nakatingin talaga sila. Okay. So kami po, ay nag-decide kami na magpagawa ng bahay noong 2020. But by 2019, we already had an idea that we would be going home. We just didn't know when yet. But then, when the pandemic struck, before actually the world closed down, by February, we were already considering going home for good. But back then, we were setting up converting one of our apartments to become an Airbnb. So what did we do? It was a bare unit. What we did was we bought furniture, appliances. Basically, we furnished it so that, as you know, Palawan is a tourist destination, so that we can have a long-term and a short-term stay. Now, we can obviously offer yung long-term stay, which is for the residents, and then yung short-term stay sa mga turista. So, nung ginawa namin yon, we ended up spending almost 100,000 pesos. Kasi ang mahal ng mga gamit, and to be honest, hindi rin po ako nang lalait, pero to be honest, since we live on an island, we live in Palawan, very limited yung choices ng furniture, etc., etc. So, basically, that was a consideration for us. We had to buy whatever was available and was nice to our liking. So, nagkakabit na po sila ng linya, kaya medyo maingay, pasensya na. Nag-decide na kami agad kung na ipapadala namin sa Philippines. That time, we decided to send our bed to the Philippines because I have a back problem, and so medyo I'm a bit picky when it comes to beds, no? So it took us a while to find that bed, although we bought it from IKEA, no? And so we said, I really love this bed, let's send this home. And then we also have a Kirby vacuum cleaner na talaga namang hinulugan namin for I think 6 months. So medyo importante yun sa akin, yung Kirby. So sabi namin, since magpapadala na rin naman kami ng gamit pa uwi, why not add more? No, magdagdag na lang tayo. So yun yung mga naging dahilan namin. So what are the pros and cons? This is considering our decision po, what are the pros and cons of sending your household goods to the Philippines? One of the pros is comfort, no? You're just like in our case, I was already comfortable in our bed. That's the reason why, one of the reasons why we sent our stuff home. So if you have, for example, a bed, or if you have a couch, a favorite couch that you want to send home, then yan, yung comfort nyo, no? Or anything else that is for your own comfort, then that's one of the major decisions that you need to look at. Next is yung design and yung style. Most probably, when we are abroad, we already know the design or the theme of our house. Like in our case, it's Scandi. It's Scandi minimalist design. So, I wanted that effect in Balai Biyaya. walang IKEA sa Philippines. Back then, I didn't know that IKEA was planning to open a shop in the Philippines. I had no idea, and I'm an IKEA baby. So sabi ko, when I buy stuff for my house, I want to buy from IKEA. And since wala pa akong kaalam-alam din, sabi ko, sige, yung mga gamit na binili natin from IKEA, uwi na rin natin. Kung sa lugar nyo kayo bibili ng gamit, medyo very limited yung options. Unless na lang, no, kung sa area nyo, marami kayong choices na pagpipilian. In our case, since we're on an island, we only have a few shops offering and selling furniture here. And mind you, hindi ko talaga alam bakit yung iba mga bright orange, fuchsia pink, yung mga sofa nila, talaga hindi ko talaga maintindihan kung bakit ganun. But yes, it might not be to your liking whenever you go shopping for furniture, no? It's not gonna be easy, especially if you are looking at a certain design at nasanay ka na dun sa ganung design na yun sa abroad. So might as well send stuff home. Yeah. Okay, price. We bought most of our items from IKEA. So IKEA, as you might know already, they sell reasonably priced items. Another reason is meron ka ng gamit agad. So halimbawa, ang binili mong bahay ay bare na unit or condominium unit. Pagdating mo sa Philippines, may gamit ka na agad. Hindi ka na problema. Okay po. So yun yung isa sa mga dahilan, isa sa mga pros, no? Like for us, inuwi namin, pati rice cooker, nabanggit ko na to before, pati rice cooker namin, pati mga kutsara, hindi na kami na problema. And most of those items also were second hand. Would you believe? I think binili namin yun sa nagfo-for good na Sri Lankan in 2012. So most of the items that you saw in the house, we bought in 2012. Would you believe? Even yung platera, we bought that in 2012. Yan. Okay. Ano naman daw yung cons? Una, you have to look at the compatibility, no? Are they compatible? Especially when you're sending home appliances, are they compatible? Ito yung question ni Rayma. Sabi niya, sa Dubai ba 110 volts or 200 volts? Sa Dubai po ay pareha sa Philippines na 220 volts. Pero ang pagkakaiba niya, they are 50 Hz. Sa Philippines ay 60 Hz. So, before you send home an appliance to the Philippines, ang titingnan nyo po yung sa likod niya, merong nakalagay na input, no? So, if you're sending home to the Philippines, kasi sa Philippines ay 220 volts, 60 Hz. So, kung magpapadala ka, kailangan, ang nakalagay sa input ay 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 Hz. So, kapag ka meron ganun, pwede mo na siyang gamitin. Bukod sa compatibility, storage. Now, nung umuwi po kami, isa sa mga cons ay storage kung wala kang pagsustoran nito. Lalo na kung meron kang mga big items. Like, in our case, pagdating namin, yung bed namin, nung dumating yung gamit namin, nagamit namin siya agad. So, inassemble namin agad yung gamit namin, doon na kami natulog. But, yung ibang items, like yung aming platera, yung napakalaking platera, ay nakaandun lang siya. So, we stored it in an open shed. Actually, parking siya nung aking father-in-law. Parking siya ng tricycle. So, it's open. Yung iba naman nasa balkon. And Palawan is termite-rich province na po. So, yung termites talagang naandoon. So, praise God, ang aming pong platera. Actually, when you buy stuff from IKEA, talagang you really know that it is a quality product because the wood is treated. Napansin namin, dinaanan lang siya ng anay. Even nga yung glass, dinaanan lang siya. No? Yung crate yung kinain, pero yung the rest of the stuff ay okay siya. Ang nasira lang is yung na-damage ng ulan. Kasi nakalimutan namin iakyat, nakababa lang siya, nasira siya. So, storage is an issue, but all in all, wala naman talagang nasira. Yun lang, may konting water damage, but still usable pa rin siya. Ngayon, sa storage sa inyo, nasa sa inyo yan kung meron ba kayong pagsustoran. So, isa po yan sa consideration. And, law of use and unused. Depende yan kung gaano katagal ninyong matatapos yung bahay nyo. So, dapat magamit yun na yung appliances or yung furniture. But in our case, almost 1 year po na nakatenga yung gamit namin. And I'm really surprised kasi yung rice cooker that we bought second hand, remember in 2012, yung mga water heater, yung mga plancha, lahat sila gumagana pa. So, pagdating namin dito sa bahay, hindi na namin kailangan bumili. So, depende siguro sa gamit. Kung maganda naman talaga yung gamit, like maganda naman yung quality, talagang tatagal sila kahit hindi mo sila magamit. So, paano ba namin pinadala ang aming mga household goods? We contacted Leader Relocations. This was our second time to use their services. No, the first time was when my sister sent her household goods to Doha from Dubai. So, when she moved in 2015 from Dubai to Doha, they were the ones that we contacted them. What I love about them is they are very professional and very responsible, and they know what they're doing. So, they were the ones who gave us the boxes, the tapes, even yung mga bubble wrap. And then, in our case, no, because we have a platera and may malaki siyang glass, no, na madalas pinagkakamalan ng tao na TV. So, sila yung nag-crate, so kinrate nila itong glass. So, praise God, no, safe naman nakarating yung aming mga gamit. So, Leader Relocations, dun sa mga boxes nila, nakalagay na rin yung details kung ano ba to, ano ba yung contents niya. So, hindi ka na mahihirapan. And, ang binayaran namin in total was 7,000 dirhams. Natanggap namin siya siguro may konting delay lang kasi at that time, it was the height of the lockdowns, no? March yun, nung umuwi kami. So, hindi madali magpadala ng gamit. Pero I think we got them after 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, and everything was perfect, walang na damage. So, would I recommend them? Yes. If you are considering sending your stuff home, then you have 2 pointers. You have to look at why you're sending them, and you have to weigh your options. So, look for a reputable, freight forwarding service or company na talagang may magandang record. Kasi I've had an experience where a colleague of mine in Gulf News sent his personal items, his household goods to Pakistan, and they were not sent home. So, yun po. I hope that this video was helpful. Sorry po, medyo mahaba, but I hope that this was helpful to you. Thank you very much for joining us in today's video. I hope that I'll be able to give you more videos this week. Dahil lockdown kami ngayon, may time ako mag-shoot. Anyway, wherever you are, I hope that you're all well, and I hope that the Lord would continue to preserve you. We'll see you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!